Hello guys, it's JC4R. Now, I have a confession to make, and that is that these two are higher by one level. Granted, no major change, but yeah, they are, because I forgot that there are actually trainers right along this way. Just a few of them, though. So yeah, I went ahead and took them out just for the experience sake of it. But now we're going to go ahead on to Cinnabar Gym, now that we have the key, and we can just waltz right in. I could talk to him, but I just don't give a damn. Now the gimmick of this place is that you get a question. So you get it right and the door opens, get it wrong, and face a trainer. If you want to conserve your Pokemon for the gym leader, then get it right. Caterpie evolves into Metapod. Well, that's a yes. All of the things here are like painfully easy, but I'm going to go ahead and fight most of these people anyway. So, you know, why the hell not? And of course we got another burglar who focuses on the fire type. Pay attention, you'll notice that's a little bit of a hint. Actually, yeah, if you talk to the guy up at the front, he'll tell you that the gym leader is Blaine. The hot-headed quizmaster. I remember in the anime when like he showed up and he was doing the whole riddles thing. I thought that was really cool. Why didn't... Did you miss? Because if you missed, you're very bad and you should feel bad. And damn right you hit it. I always thought Blaine was kind of cool inside the anime, though. I remember that. Not much of it, but I just remember enough that, like, he was cool. He had a Magmar, and he whipped Ash's ass. I believe he also had a Ninetales, too. That's the extent of my remembering. He had, like, sunglasses and balding with a little... I think the term is horseshoe-styled white hair. So yeah, there was that. I don't actually remember what that move does. I'm fairly certain it's pretty stupid though, so I don't really care. But for some reason, Vulpix has it. Ninetales. A lot of people don't like the way Vulpix and Ninetales are inside of this game because apparently it got like kind of cut down from its awesome powers and all that. But I don't know, some Pokemon I just like because it's like, you know, I don't use this guy much. Like Ninetales, I mean, granted it's probably not as good as like Charizard or something. I don't know, I think it's cool because it's like, how often do you use a Ninetales? Honestly. Confused, right? Ugh. Plus I think Ninetales is really cool looking as well. Use the Elf Flute, and you know, I went ahead and, hey! Got rid of those rare candies. I didn't use them, I deposited them. I'm going to save those for the Elite Four time when we get closer to that, because that'll be the only time I need to use them. The question is whether I use it for the Elite Four the first time or the second time, because yes, you can find them again, and yes, I will be showing it, because they are significantly tougher. Not only that, but they have different Pokemon too the second time through. So that's why I figured, why the hell not? I surrender. Yeah, see, 3,000. And that was without the amulet coin. So if we go ahead and... Yeah. Because Punkyacht's taking a bit of a beating here. Hi, guy. There's two of them. What the hell? I don't want to face two of them. Pokemon quiz, get it right. Yeah, I understand the thing. I was going to say it all the time. Get it right. There are 9 certified... No, there's 8. If you're Gary Oak, there's 10. Hi guy, I've studied Pokemon thoroughly. You can't win. Well, shit. I bet you I still will anyway, because I'm just better than you. Super nerd, Avery. Ponyta. You noticing anything here? Awful lot of fire types, which is good for Nidoking and Gyarados, because they both beat fire, so... Yeah. And of course, he wouldn't dare make physical contact with Nidoking or he'll end up poisoned. Nidoking's awesome. Sometimes when I like play through the older games, I still freak out. I'm like, don't touch Raichu, you'll get paralyzed. But it's like, no, you won't. Like, that's what, like, most people, they don't know about it, but like in Pokemon Stadium and Stadium 2, there's a thing called R2 mode, where if you beat the game, you can go through it again. And I'm at that point, except I'm not very far in it. So what I'm actually trying to do now is, since like, you know, I did that before I became Super Smarticles at Pokemon, I want to try and use that to actually like see if I can maybe get through the game, but I don't really know if I can. Because see, now I know more about stats, and I know who's strong and who's not. And I try and pick for, you know, the best possible stats and move combination as well. That's one of those things, like, Pokemon Stadium would probably just be significantly easier if you used your own Pokemon only. Because using the rentals, I don't honestly think it's able to be done easily. And that's one thing that I like. That's what I want to see. I really want to see someone do a proper playthrough of Pokemon Stadium using rental-only Pokemon, or Stadium 2. Stadium 2 is significantly harder because they give you the shittiest moves of everything. Like, when you have a Steelix that has Mud Slap, you know there's a problem. Pokemon Stadium at least had it better because, like, you know, Gym Leader Castle had a moveset, and then Prime Cup had a different moveset, and Poke Cup had a different moveset, so, you know, there was always opportunities. It's like, you know, Charizard may suck here, but he'll be fine there, and I actually forgot to take the quiz. But in Stadium 2, when you have one shitty Pokemon, it's shitty everywhere, so it makes it incredibly hard to deal with. Granted, they give you the ability of berries, so I try and take advantage of that. But I don't know. I really want to see someone I want to see someone complete the game using rental-only Pokemon, because I'm convinced it can't be done easily. I mean, I'm not gonna say it can't be done because I know it can, but I sure as hell know you will bust your ass off for it. Can I see what it was anyway? Let's see it. Maybe they'll make me refight it. Get it right. Here we go. Poliwags evolved 3 times. No. Go on through. The door's already opened, but you can go on through anyway. Yeah, only about 5 minutes in for 5 Pokemon quiz. Get it right. Yeah. If you want to electric moves affect. No, they don't. They don't hit it. See, a lot of these are just like common sense things. I guess they made it, you know, for everyone. And that's one thing that kind of bothers me is people are like, oh, Pokemon's made for kids. No. There's a difference between making something for kids and making something for all audiences. Okay? Like, Toy Story, that's a movie for all audiences. Okay? Granted, yes, it does appeal to kids, but anybody can enjoy it. Dora the Explorer, that is meant for kids. Something that only kids could enjoy, because I don't know many adults who actually like that crap. Granted, people say My Little Pony is one that's like, you know, only meant for kids. It started that way, but after, you know, the creators found out that, you know, the adults liked it, then they started making it more mature and all that. I mean, they did it a little bit more mature at first, because Lauren Foss was like, I don't want to deal with that bullshit. So, yeah. I didn't even actually read that. That was a lucky guess. Oh well. You've been to many gyms? Well, that's great for you. I just don't honestly care. Vulpix it is, then. In reality, I should probably let Gyarados do this, so once Nidoking levels up, we'll let Gyarados go on through. Gyarados will also be very useful for the gym after this, too, but I don't know. Like, I'm at a point, like, the last couple days I've wanted to record. I haven't been able to because I've had things come up, so for lack of a better term, I'm behind on recording. So what I want to do is, part of me actually wants to make this a long session. So I don't really know if I want to go through with that, though. Like, part of me does just so I can catch up. Another part says no, because you may suffer for it. So I'm going to go ahead and get as much done as I can and see how I feel. Because the designated stopping point will probably be, like, after you beat this gym, there's going to be a little side quest thing, for lack of a better term, and then you go on to the 8th gym. If I still feel up to it, hell, I might as well just take the 8th gym out. But I don't really know. Like, there's also another legendary Pokemon I look at getting too, so yeah. Oh yes, it would be great if you could just skip this dialogue. Get it right. Here we go. Tombstone. What the fuck is that? I just made that up. That'd be something I'd believe if I was retarded, though. I hate the fact that the guy just says H2O. It sounds like he's trying too hard to be smart. That's another thing I don't like, is like some of the trainers in this game, they try so hard to just like sound cool. Like that guy, he said H2O. It's like, what the fuck's so hard about saying water? It's less syllables. You can say water. No one's gonna like judge you for it. No one's gonna think you're stupid for saying water. And like, there's another guy who's like, I sense you approach, and he's a psychic, and it's like, no, now you're just trying to sound cool. Because I just used my Versus Seeker, and you said, hey, idiot, fight me. So no, you didn't sense me approach. You fucking heard me call out to trainers and agreed to it. Or maybe the fact that I was right in fucking front of you. Or, God forbid, because it's impossible for him to turn around, you actually have to talk to him. No. Oh yeah, he could have seen you, but I mean, I guess sneaking up behind him could counters the whole sensing thing. But that just sounds so nerdy if you say it. That's just one of those things, like... What I have are these little things. Sometimes I just, for lack of a better term, I'm saying that a lot this part, I call them unconscious daydreams. Because to me, daydreams are like something that you are consciously aware of. They're lucid. You can, you know, control them. But I have some of them where I don't actually have control of them. They're just like normal dreams. But, you know, they're like, I don't know what to call them, so I'd call them visions, but that just sounds fucking stupid, so, yeah. Ha! I'm Blaine, the red hot leader of Cinnabar Gym. My fiery Pokemon are all rough and ready with intense heat. The incinerated old challengers, you better have Burn Heal. Although he says that, burning is actually not that likely to happen. At least never with me. I've never gotten burned from this guy. I'm not saying that to brag, and again, still under-leveled, but just barely. Well, at the moment. I believe he's got a higher one that's like almost 50. I don't know, like, poison just seems to be like the one that hits 80% of the time. Paralyzing would be more like 40% of the time, and then burn is like 20% of the time. That's just what I've noticed. Fucking hate poisoning. And then there's like certain ones like Paris, who has effects for. I believe you can fall asleep by making contact with it, but I mean, in other words, there's not many moves that have sleep as a second side effect. Although they could make one like that, that'd be kinda cool. Rapidash, yes, Gyarados is just sweeping this. Also, I thought it was funny because, like, I wanted to mention this earlier. Like, you know how I use Gyarados for surfing? I gotta say, I admire the trainers who are like, oh, hey, you wanna fight me and stuff? Because if I saw a guy just riding on through with a Gyarados, I'd be too terrified to challenge him to a fight unless I had like a Raichu or something, because that's just intimidating to see. A guy riding a Gyarados, you know, minding his own, I don't think I would go out of my way to challenge him. Yeah. Also, when I was talking, I like hiccup or burped or something. And it's great, because I couldn't hear out of my right ear, but now I can, and everything feels so weird because I can actually hear my voice a lot louder and clearer. Anyway, his Arcanine's a level 47, so he's gonna be living through this. Arcanine's a pretty cool Pokemon. Alright, good, so yeah, it didn't like hit the red zone, so he's not gonna use a heal or anything. Okay, good, I was worried for a minute. So yeah, there you go, we just swept it all with Gyarados. I'd say I like Surf, because Surf is one of those attacks that's like, it's very powerful and very reliable at hitting too. I've burned down to nothing, not even ashes remain. Well, that's sad. The Volcano Badge. Why didn't he even ask Magmar? Ha, the Volcano Badge hides a special stat of your Pokemon. Here, you can have this too. Fire Blast is the ultimate technique, don't waste it on a water Pokemon. Well, ironically, I believe Gyarados can actually learn Fire Blast. Now, although Fire Blast is one of the most powerful attacks, I'm not going to teach it to Charizard. Flamethrower will do for now, and then later I have a better move in mind for teaching it. An exclusive move. It is both helpful and hurtful towards it. But as for now, we're close to 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and just see you guys later in the next part. It's been JC4 with Pokemon Fire Red.